guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are talking about one of the big three. I call it the big three. Chrysler, Dodge, Ford. Right? Big three American car companies. But the big three in tools would be DeWalt, Makita, and Milwaukee.
Yes.
But really, Milwaukee and Makita aren't American brands.
No.
So it's only one. So there really is no big...
And I don't think Chrysler's American, are they? Aren't they now owned by...
Fiat.
Fiat, okay.
What is owned by America anymore? You know what I'm saying? We're not even.
Nothing in here. Nothing in this TV. Nothing.
Yeah, we're owned by a company that's headquartered, a media company that's headquartered in Somalia.
Wait, we sold that again?
Yeah, they still list to this one in Somalia.
Well, things are looking bright then.
Yeah,
they're looking good, man.
Yeah.
Looking good. Looking good.
What if we were? That would be crazy.
Hey, you guys want to go on a boat ride?
Yeah. All right, you guys. Only on Tools in Action do you come to check out cool tools. We talk about Milwaukee products that you see at Home Depot with a Lowe's banner, and we're talking about Somalia. Yeah.
Good stuff here.
Click off now.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
No, you guys, Milwaukee, 12-inch miter came out. Like Eric said, these guys are a front runner in the industry. You know, they've been explosive with their growth. They've been explosive with their innovative products that they've been. I mean, they are just the leaders to be, you know? I mean,
seriously, when you go back and you look at 2008 to what they have now, I mean, what they had then, remember like the V28?
Yeah.
Couple tools to now, it's amazing.
Well, I never remember it. Like, in the early days, too, like, the first M12s, man, the batteries died. I mean, I wasn't happy with the product,
Well, the same thing with all the whole V-line.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they were the first ones coming out with the lithium, and it's very hard battery technology, and now look at what they've done.
Yeah, now they got their act together, and they're just throwing stuff out there. I mean, some people say they throw stuff out there too fast. It's not really battle-tested. It's not really, but, you know, personally, I'm not on the job site every day with it, so I can't attest to that, but... You know, it could be some, you know, I mean, growth is good, but growth can also be bad, right? In this case, I think they got a perfect mix. So what do you think?
I definitely do.
They're definitely more than anybody. Nobody releases. You look at DeWalt, right? DeWalt, great brand, great products, right? But gosh, it takes so long for them to get a product to market. And then they're like, oh, and it's like, you know, Milwaukee's been out with it, and then all these other brands are following. So definitely a leader brand.
Yeah, and I think a good thing about Milwaukee, too, is they're not coming out with gimmicky stuff just to come out with something. They're coming out with stuff that the contractors, the tradesmen actually want and can use, you know?
Yeah, and then once they get people on that platform, man, that's it. You're hooked, you know? I got people, you know, and obviously everybody has their brand. Some people hate Milwaukee. Some people love Milwaukee, right? It just depends. But we're just going to talk about this saw and just see, you know, what do we think about it? Did we like it? Personally, I think it's good. I think it had the cutting capacity and power that's needed out on the job site. But I also would like to have seen a system where you can hybrid power it. Because such a big saw, such a high demand of stuff on the job site. I mean, yeah, granted, you got an HD 12.0 battery, but, I mean, if you're doing a lot of production work, you're building the house, something like that, you might need a little bit more, or that option to jump to a, you know, like Metabo's doing.
Yeah, and I do disagree. Normally, I would say yes, 100% hybrid would be nice. And obviously, it's always nice to have that option and all that. But we've been using the 7 1/4 at my house for a long time. I'm sticking 12s on there, and it's lasting a long time. I mean, it is. And by the time that battery dies, a new one comes on there, it's charged and ready to go. You know, so that's what I like. But what else do you like about the saw or not like about the saw?
I actually like the saw. You know, I mean, I'm not going to run home and say, oh my gosh, the greatest thing since sliced bread. But yeah, for a 12-inch cordless miter, it's definitely a good saw. I mean, one thing like that I noticed right away, and I'm a very visual kind of person, is to me, the plastic just feels cheap. I don't know what it is. Granted, it's not, it's tool plastic. It's been around for ABS, whatever, nylon reinforced. It's been around for a long time, and it's on all tool brands. But you notice that some tool brands, it just feels like if it gets cold, it'll be brittle. That's just how this plastic feels to me. Now, granted, I could be totally wrong, but that's the only downfall to the saw that I really didn't like. Cost was another factor. I think we're, what, $6.99 bare tool at Depot?
I think it was $709 bare tool, $830 with a 12-amp-hour battery.
Wow.
So it's definitely pricey. I'm not too worried about that. I love the D handle on it. I think it's a nice saw. Like I said, the 7 1/4 I've been using a lot. That's got the same plastic on there. I've actually dropped the saw and it's fallen off the table. Haven't had a problem with the slides or anything like that. The one thing I do notice about this saw, it's heavy. It's about 45 or 50 pounds, I'm guessing. I don't know, somewhere around there.
Yeah, right under 47.6 pounds. Yeah.
Which all 12 inches are heavy, so it's not anything geared towards this. It's one of those things, like I think I guess what surprises me about the Milwaukee saws, the 7 1/4 and this one, is how much work you can get done with a simple battery. You know, it's a high demand tool. You think it'd be ripping through batteries, and it really doesn't. We were cutting a lot with it. The 7 1/4 I think is perfect for any inside framing. This is great for exterior framing, shelf framing. You know, if you're going to be doing 12-inch, 14-inch boards for your roof or anything like that, joist. That's where I think this thing really shines. But I mean, you saw all this stuff we're cutting. It cuts through fine. I mean, 4x4.
It definitely has 15 amp corded power.
It
There's no
does.
thing about it. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, and honestly, you guys, don't, I'm just being devil's advocate here. I don't know. I haven't ran it all day. I don't work on this all day. This is more Eric's thing. But, I mean, to me, any kind of battery technology, I mean, that's a lot of power to be running it. I mean, if you're going through those all day long, is it going to last? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many hours do you expect to get out of this?
It depends on what you're cutting, in all honesty. Like that 7 1/4. I can run all day long when we're obviously doing trim. 2x4s, 2x6s, like we're doing a lot of 2x6s. It was cutting through and it lasted the whole day. But again, it's just two guys working, and it's not like we're, like you said, a production line where you got one guy cutting, one guy measuring, and another guy, installing.
Right.
So yeah, the bigger wood you cut, the less it's gonna last.
Right. I mean, you guys, if you're already in Milwaukee, no brainer. If you want a long warranty, 5-year, no brainer. If you're already, if you're looking for a line to get into, I mean, Milwaukee's definitely a good line to get into, especially if you're in the trades. They cater to the plumber. Do they cater to the electrician? Yeah, they do. Cater to the electrician. They cater to pretty much everybody,
all the trades.
except the laborer. Why don't they cater to the laborer?
Oh, they do. They got the Sawzall. I mean, that's a huge one for
laborer,
yeah.
Well, no, I was trying to think of something funny, but I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. A couple of things to note about this. What I like about this saw is, first of all, it uses the dual rail system. I think it's very smooth. I like that. Changing the table for the miter, very nice. Bevel, again, is very easy on the back. It's, all you got to do is just kind of reach around and you can turn it just like any other miter saw. I think that one of my favorite features is this saw does come with a general blade and also a finished blade. Changing the blade is probably the easiest thing to do on here. Other saws I've used, it's a pain because you usually have to take this off.
Yeah, hold
and you
the
have
guard
to
to
take
the
a whole
side.
bunch of stuff apart, and it's a pain in the butt. So I may have a finished blade on there and do like general stuff, which is not good, because finished blades are expensive. But sometimes I'm too lazy to change it. Here, it's nice. This will actually stay up. You can loosen the arbor right there.
That stays up, you gotta hold it up.
No, it'll stay up. And then back here, look how big that
oh yeah, the arbor lock is.
The arbor lock is. It's not a little button where you're trying to really hold
right.
on to. It's a nice big button you can get your thumb on there.
And that's actually good. See, that's thinking. That's the innovative
That's
thinking behind Milwaukee right there. I mean, just to hold that because you have thick gloves on. And not only that,
Or in the cold. The biggest thing is like the cold.
Yeah.
You can't really move your fingers as well. You do one little thing, you're trying to hold that button, it's a pain.
And right there, just in that whole area, you can find that button. I don't even have to look, and I know I got my hand on that arbor lock, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a good deal. I like the high visibility markings on it. Like I said,
the bevel and the miter's got both of those.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. For me, not being into carpentry or anything like that, being just the average DIY Joe type, obviously a little more overkill for me. But if I did get it, yes, it's a nice saw to have.
No, I agree. I think it's a great saw to have. Like I said, if you're doing like inside framing or doing floors or something like that, go with the 7 1/4. I think the thing weighs around 25 pounds, where this is closer to 50 pounds. So the weight thing is definitely big. If you don't need that capacity, 7 1/4, absolutely my favorite saw on the market right now.
That's M18, right?
M18, yeah. This is also my favorite. I like this saw, but again, I'm not doing as much of the big framing as other people are doing. But the one thing I really want to try with this saw is, can it rip through the big stuff and can it do it all day long? Yeah, and that's huge.
So you guys follow our stories. That's where you see this stuff in the future.
Yeah, because I'm still doing a lot of framing. So follow us on Instagram because I'm going to be showing this thing a lot along with some of the other tools we have.
How did you like the laser line? Or it doesn't have a laser? It's got a shadow.
It's got a shadow
How'd
on
you
there.
Like it?
I
think everybody's doing the shadow now.
It's nice because it goes on both sides of the blade and it goes. I don't always use it.
Right.
The one thing I do like is it's right up here on the D handle, so you can easily hit it with your index finger. So that's nice.
Oh
It
yeah,
stays on
man,
a
I
little
do.
bit.
You know what? I do. Even though I say that feels cheap to me, because it kind of does. I do like the simplicity of it. Because I mean, I feel like they're feeling like this is gloves right here. It's a big opening, big area. I can access things.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Cool, good stuff. You guys don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to go over to TikTok. Don't forget to comment below. This was just an in-depth look into this Milwaukee saw. And if you got one, we'd love to hear your comments and what you guys think about it. And what do you guys think about Milwaukee? Comment below. Peace out.
Remember, for more exciting tool action, go to toolsinaction.com.